Sports for Real again with Coach Hall. We got like 12 days before the college football playoffs kick off. What I want to do is talk about each individual contender, starting with the lowest seed, and go from there. I just want to give you a general state of what I think is going on with these teams and what it's going to take for them to get themselves ready to play in the playoffs come the 31st. First up, you got Ohio State. You can see here, I'm wearing a USC shirt. I think Ohio State should send a gift package to the Trojans for putting that old terrible defense on the field, which put the Bucks in position to make the playoffs. They're going to be playing Georgia, and I think Georgia should send them one too, because they have the kind of offense that can give Georgia problems. But so much for USC. We're talking about Ohio State today. They're going to be without a couple of their star players in Jigbo. He's been out a long time. And then you have the running back, Trevion Henderson. He's not going to be ready to play either, so his season is pretty much done. But they've been without these players for a while. So barring any kind of injury, they're going to come into the game pretty much the way they left the Michigan game. But the Michigan game is what's really important right now. They got destroyed. They got embarrassed. They got all the adjectives to describe when you get yourself thoroughly outplayed. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when you get beat like that, now you have to look at yourself and see what is it that got us beat like that and what can we fix. Knowing that you're going to be playing a formidable team like Georgia, you're going to have to make some corrections or you're going to get embarrassed again. But I don't think that's going to happen. But what I understand, they're going around in practice with a quiet confidence, focusing on all the details, making sure everything is on point, which is a good sign for Ohio State. That's what they're going to need to be competitive. They're relishing the underdog role, primarily because they're not normally there. When they do pretty well in that role. But nobody's really giving them a chance because they think it's going to be a repeat performance from the Michigan game. Now, I tell you what you will not see from Ohio State. I don't think you're going to see very much man-to-man coverage. Now, I'm not going to get into the strategy of what I think is going to happen today. I'm going to do that as we get closer to game time. But I think it's going to see a different Ohio State team. But from what I understand, they're going around with a positive vibe, and I think they're going to come into the game pretty much healthy. And if they can come up with a creative game plan, I think this is going to be more interesting than a lot of people give them credit for having. So keep an eye on Ohio State, and I keep you filled in as I hear more things. But again, we're going to talk about each team over the next couple of days. Ohio State's number 4 seed. They got lost to Michigan, which put their college football presence in jeopardy. But they got a gift from USC with that poor defense. So now they were able to get into the playoffs with Alabama having 2 losses. And, they got a chance to get a little bit of redemption here. But I also think that they're also motivated by the fact that Michigan is sitting right there in another bracket. So it's an opportunity for them to erase all ills in 2 football games. This is Sports for Real.